So, what is the consistency test exactly? Well, let's talk about it.
I was just patient, never try skating. Fuck niggas hating.
What is going on out there, my man? Today, I wanted to break down something that I use in my dating. It depends on how you look at it. It can appear to be somewhat of a manipulative tactic, but it's not done with malicious intent. But if anyone out there is hearing this and they say, I can do that, there are ways it can be used maliciously. But you only way it'll work is if you are genuine yourself. So if you try to finesse this, test, the consistency test, you might end up taking an L. Okay, let me jump right into it. The consistency test is kind of like what it sounds. So I was worded like, in short, it's to see who can outlast the other person with consistency. In being consistent. So let me just break it down. This is when you strategically vet a woman in the beginning. So you ask questions beyond the surface in order to understand her true intentions. Then you hold her to everything she said. Simultaneously, you hold to everything you've told her as well, so that you are sticking to your side of not the story, but you are the intentions you claimed to have, you stick to that. So you're not testing yourself, but there's a saying that if you stand still, you can see the dead leaves fall. And this metaphor is kind of implying that sometimes when you are moving too fast, you lose sight of certain details. And I feel like when you are dating and you might be trying to court or vet multiple people and you're just in the moment and you're excited, that it's real easy for you to get lost in the sauce and certain red flags you ignore and they slide through the cracks. So, excuse me. So in order to not miss a sign that you'd wish later on that you didn't let slide or you were more attentive, you want to slow the pace down. You want to put it, it's going to sound funny, but you want to put things in black and white, kind of. You want to be like, hey, this is a foolproof plan on how I'm going to pursue this woman. And if this woman is worth your time and energy and all that stuff, it's going to work. But if she isn't, you're going to see that as well. Okay. So let me go further. Then you set a pace for how you want to plan to court this woman, meaning you have a pre-planned schedule on how often you will take her out, how frequently you will reach out to her and initiate contact, maintaining the laws of no double texting or double calling, following through with every planned date, and being a man of your word 100%. So in order for this to work, you have to be the definition of consistent. I mean, you being consistent by the definition is like being still enough to watch the dead leaves fall. If you are inconsistent in any kind of way, you're blurring your vision already, because her consistency is reciprocated based upon your consistency and vice versa. So with you being the extremely consistent person, not persistent, but consistent, do not harass this woman. Do not over pursue this woman. I am not saying none of that. I'm saying everything you said, you did. If you said I'll call you at 3, you did that. If you said I'll meet you there at 7, you was there at 7. You have to be sharp as a tack, or like my homeboy would say, as a mosquito's needle. Okay, so that's the only way this will work. So it's not like you're trying to manipulate anybody, but you are holding yourself to a standard, and you want to see if this woman has the ability to reciprocate your same energy. And by doing this, it lets you know who you're dealing with. But when you start blurring the lines, you lose sight of who you're actually dealing with. You spend a lot more time in that world of curiosity and uncertainty. And I'm going to streamline this process for you. The way this test works is you must always place the ball back in her court. When texting, wait patiently for every response. If she takes forever to get back to you, you still respond to her the way you would have since the beginning, because you are being consistent according to your own rhythm and your own pattern. Yes. You will be predictable. Okay? You will be predictable. Now, if there's a woman out there that's like, he's too predictable and all of that good stuff, she's going to fall off. But we are too grown for mystery. Let's keep it real. I don't want to find out who you are later after I fell for you. So I'm not going to deal with somebody who wants to maintain a mystery. I know they think that's more exciting, but that doesn't make sense. Because you're dating this guy and you're like, he's such a mystery. Ooh, and you're all excited and all this stuff. And then what you find out is that those things that were mysterious about him are potential red flags. And now you know why he behaved in that manner to begin with, to where he wasn't revealing his whole self to you. And the things that you ended up seeing later, you was like, girl, I don't know why it didn't dawn on me. Because you like mystery. That's silly. That's silly. But for those who are going to say, oh, no, I don't want no boring guy, blah, 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 to each their own. Go ahead and get with you a guy who's full of mystery. And then when the mystery pops out the box and you don't like what you see, I bet you'll change your mind next time. Now, you are constant, or consistent on your side of things. That's the goal. And you observe her patterns diligently. Her response times, her speech patterns, including her tone, her jokes, and overall her energy. Consistent energy. Women are big on keep your energy the same. Well, this is me telling you, fellas, keep your energy the same and hold her to that same standard. We're going to hold women to that standard as well. Because what you'll see in an unstable woman most of the time, and most of them are unstable, is that the energy doesn't stay the same. They'll be extremely excited to hear from you the first couple of times, and then all of a sudden, if she's a user, she'll slide into this, I'm not in a good mood today. I don't know how I'm going to get this done. I haven't been talking to you lately because I've been struggling with blase and blase. That's inconsistent energy. That there's an energy shift. And most of the time when there's an energy shift in a woman, there's something behind the scenes going on that she might not be able to tell you about. Maybe someone has come back into her life. Maybe she decided to entertain somebody that she was trying to get over, and then she found herself in an emotional state where she feel like, I shouldn't have never done that. Therefore, because our human minds can only focus on one thing at a time, she blurred the lines on some of the things about you. Now, she is showing inconsistencies. Okay? Next, I would say if she isn't being genuine, you will notice that she slowly starts to fall off her rhythm. The response times get longer and longer. Details become more vague when she speaks to you, and she appears more detached as time goes by. She has just failed the consistency test. You are fully aware of who you were dealing with. You do not need to proceed any further if you are not okay with her behavior. And she cannot accuse her or say that her behavior was because you did anything. Let me give you an example. If you set up a date with this woman at 7 o'clock on Thursday, and then you took all the steps you set it up, and then you checked in with her prior to the date, maybe the day before or early that morning. And then all of a sudden, the day of the date, she's inconsistent. And then she flakes on that date. Let me tell you what happened in her brain. She was secretly hoping that you wouldn't contact her on time so she can say, I had to flake because I didn't hear from you. She put the ball in your court. She accused you of her consistent behavior. Now, you will date a woman who checks in with you and says, hey, are we still on for the night? That is her being more consistent than you. She doesn't even know what she's doing because this is something that I made up, but you catch my drift. Okay? So that's what you're looking for. And all of her stuff that she told you from the beginning just proved to be unreal. And it wasn't true. She wasn't that as intentional as she led on. Yes, there are things and times when things pop up that changes a woman's energy. But by you staying consistent in your behavior, she can never blame her inconsistencies on you and justify her behavior. She knows that when she's dealing with you, she's dealing with a consistent man. She knows that she needs to come with her A game if she's going to deal with you. And therefore, if she knows that she is not as consistent as you, she'll fall back. And if she ever comes back around, she'll know, I got to pursue him consistently. I can't play games. This is not one. He's not the same. He's not gonna BS. So pretty much what I'm saying is, I am holding you to the standards of being consistent, definitely. And now you are setting a standard and you want to see if she can match your energy, because that is what you want. You want a woman who is as consistent with you as you are with her. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. It's something simple. I use this in my life when I'm dealing with a woman. And you know what? Let me tell you, based off of my experiences, I will tell you that by me being consistent, it has drawn women into me more because they feel safer and they feel like I'm trustworthy. Everything I tell them I'm going to do, I do. I never display flaky behavior. And some cases, the woman gives me more of her time and attention because she appreciates the consistency. And all these women are, the first thing you ask them what they want out of a relationship or what are they currently looking for or what values do they like in a man, they'll say consistency. That's the first thing you'll hear. But they can't even hold themselves to that standard because of the games they're too busy playing and trying to, rotate the table of men they got right in front of them. So by doing this, you give her exactly what she claimed that she wants and see if she know what to do with it. If you like this video, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jerome, and this has been another episode of The Superb Word. I hope y'all have a great time tonight and stay safe, and I'll be back with you shortly. All right.